What's up, everybody? Today I just wanted to do a short video on hackers. It's pretty unique in the way things work. What you're looking at now, this is my network. And you know, several nodes generate bitcoins and money, such as these here. Some of them are for security. For example, these turrets here. Those are security turrets. Back here are antivirus, firewalls, stuff like that. These over here, you generate your own viruses and stuff so you can hack other people's networks. I've been playing around with the design a lot lately. I think I finally got it fine-tuned. I've been gaining my points back from securing it. There was a recent patch, so I can't show you my videos from before. But let me show you this one where I got hacked here, where you know, this was my previous layout. So he's dropping viruses on right now, and he's trying to take out as much as possible so that he can get over to my main server, which is the big giant ball at the end there, and then he wants to get to all my stuff. But see, now I've detected him, so I'm going to reboot my entire network in 3 minutes. He's got 3 minutes to defend, or to brute force his way in using several programs, and then my turrets are going to defend. And so at that point, you know, he's just got to physically make his way in using the programs that he has. And you have a limit on how many programs you can make. The limit can be upgraded as you upgrade your stuff, and that's pretty much it. So what I wanted to do for today was to show you what I feel is the best defensive setup. By being very defensive, I'm gaining my reputation points by successfully staying secured and not being hacked. You know, you usually can't do things like disconnect the network. Like if I take this and drag it to here, you know, it'll disconnect it. But you know, you can't tear your network apart. But you can go to build and then hit this rebuild here, and that'll take you into a little edit mode where you can like disconnect the network like that. So there's basically 3 strategies that you're going to use when you're doing this. You will have the main strategy, which is the one that I'm doing, is where you have your junk that can be infected, whatever, like your program makers. You're not going to lose your viruses or anything. They're not going to lose levels or anything like that. So that junk can be infected. That's fine. And that's what you're going to connect your internet ports to. Now these internet ports, you see how my line went black as it goes off, and then there's certain sections that are white. Let me grab the internet port that's closest. There we go. So grab the port that's closest. Okay, you see how it goes all the way, the black line touches everything. Okay, so you have to keep all your nodes within, I think, 9 steps of your closest internet node. So what I do is I put the internet nodes on the outer edge. Okay, so in fact I can break apart my design and show you exactly. So if I just do this real quick, there we go. These 3 with the gates on the end, that one, and that one, are what I'm going to consider loot. That's your loot. That's what you do not want hacked, right? So that has to be behind everything else that it's okay to hack. These 2, this bundle here and this bundle here, perfectly fine to hack. This one does absolutely squat, and this one in here in the center is all your defense. Okay, so of the 3 main strategies is that you have your internet nodes at one end. Okay, you have your lootables on this far side, but you have this, whoops, let me drag this over, but you have this like here somewhere, so that it's easy to get to. Most people are going to hack this and leave all your money alone. They're going to leave all that money alone. And so you would use this if you really wanted to just make sure that you gained as much money as fast as possible. The other way around to do it is to do it exactly that, the other way around, and put all your lootables up front and keep your server in the far, far back where they have to go through everything to get to it. Now, if you want to do both, if you want to keep your money and keep your rep, then you're going to struggle a little bit more because, you know, essentially they're always going to be going through everything. So they're going to be at the end and they're going to be taking your money and taking your points. So if they're successful enough to hack you, you're toast and screwed, and you're going to walk away with less cash. But if you set up a nice setup, then you should be all right, and you should generally trend upward until you get to people that are making these bottom tier things. Then, you know, it will be a battle, and your strategy should change. But for right now, you know, most of the middle game, which is going to be a long time of your game. So you have these 3 items here. You don't lose anything. They don't do anything defensive other than like a small little pip if they're still active and everything around them is conquered. So attach your internets to those, okay? And then this is the key defense point right here. This one node is going to infect this one node. At most, they're going to be able to put 4 things on here. The higher and harder my turrets can defend against this, then, you know, they're going to constantly be retaking this and then losing it. Take it, lose it. Take it, lose it. Because the moment they take it, my turrets will activate and barrel it down again. The turrets are in turn protected by this gate or guardian, and that gives it a shield. That protects it, and if one of the turrets gets infected, then these antiviruses will uninfect it. And then that guardian protects those nodes there. Let me slide this over. And protects the black ice. Now, the other thing that it protects is this gate. Now, it's not really going to protect that gate. Once they're to the point where they're attacking that gate, they've already taken that guardian. But there's some programs that just make a straight line for the mega server over there. And if they make that straight line, and that's through the black ice, and the black ice gets taken care of. The reason the black ice is off to the corner is that's going to go from this node to that node to here. And the black ice is going to work to protect this node and this node, as well as the other black ice over here. So those are going to take it. They're going to have to manually come up from that spot, take this node, and then take the gate in order to get over to any of my lootables. And as far as the lootables, I've just distributed them evenly so they can't fully loot one thing. If they're just after reds, then they're going to have to hit both spots. If they're just after coin, then they're going to have to hit both spots. And if they want all the coin and red possible that they can get through a hack, they're going to have to hit both spots. So by dividing them evenly and putting them all behind gates, then not only do you can, you know, get in here, get infected, get to this spot, and then get to here, and then this from here to here is all battle, just all fight where they're constantly losing things, constantly trying to gain ground, and they're never going to be safe until they fully conquer all of those bits, because each one connects to at least 2 others and will start to retake their things. So they have to fully conquer all of it, which is difficult, especially as it's battling its way out. You really have to get in there and disable these things. That's the key. When I get hacked, it's because someone used the ghost programs, which sneak in. That's what this Sentry detects, and it detects it in, you know, like 45 seconds or a minute, or, you know, as you upgrade it, it gets shorter and shorter. So when people are attacking, they'll see a detection bar and how long they have to tap and disable their way as deep as possible to make sure that my stuff is shut down. And if they don't do that, then my network detects them, and then it kicks on the 3-minute timer for the network reboot. So at that point, you know, they've already used some infection stuff to get into, let me move this. So they've already used infection stuff to get here, just a couple light things, right? But then they're going to get to right here, There we go. They're going to get to right here, and this whole section, this whole middle section is just a complete war. And then once they get through that, they still have to have enough items to plow through my gates to get back. In the meantime, everything, even these items out here in the back, will continue to try and retake the ground back to kick them back out. So that's pretty much it. And again, you can, you know, go hit the build and hit rebuild if you want to go in there and just dismantle it and move things around. I usually play with it in this area for a good while, and I'll leave something like detached like so it'll never save. And then when I'm ready to, like, okay, I'm committed to this design, I think that's going to work, I'll attach that last internet node and hit save. And then once you do that, you should be all set. Another thing, be sure to check your world menu every day. There's always these glowy bits that you can pick up and get some credits. You don't ever have to actually buy anything in here. And then, you know, you can see other people's. So, like, let's see, one eyedropper. So if I connect him, so that's his layout. So let's see, he's got his crap stuff up front where his internet connections are. He's got a couple of gates to get in, and then all his lootables back there. It actually looks like a pretty easy one to hack. That was one eyedropper. Ex Felipe. Exo Gileppo. It's level 35. He might have a little bit more stuff going on. Okay, so here you go. Similar concept. He's got all his lootable crap back here, or his, you know, safely you can hack it. It's fine. Then he's got a couple of gates paired up. He's got this Super Guardian here. And then he's got all his lootables back there. It's a pretty decent setup. The way it's not cross-connected. There's not enough cross connections in either of those, that once you start making your way down the chain, there's nothing behind it that can rescue the chain. Like, it's just going to continue pressing forward. So even once it splits, if you put a couple shurikens there and go down all the splits at once, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It'll be easy. Anywho, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoy. I hope you've learned a lot, and catch you guys next time.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go, 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 go.
Now we're back from the dead. We're back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
Back. We're back from the dead.